It's a quick review by the Melvins because we want to talk about movies and books and some other things on the
I'm
Couples
just trying to
Couch.
figure out why we got all this in this video.
We don't have to have all this. All right, we'll wait until next Couples Couch to talk about it. You want to do that? Hi, I'm Michael,
And I'm Tiffany Melvin,
and we would like to welcome you to another wonderful episode of
the
The Couples
couples
Couch,
couch.
brought to you by
Faith,
Faith, Love,
love,
and
and
Dreams.
dreams.
All right, so we just chilling. We having a good time. It's been an interesting week.
It has been a long week.
So we got some questions, some interesting questions.
Actually, we have one question.
Oh, just one.
Yeah, we're actually just going to talk about this one because it has to do with our podcast. Not the last podcast. I think it was the podcast prior to the last podcast. And it was emotional cheating. Are you crossing the line? So someone actually sent this in to my Instagram DM and had a question. So this is the question. It goes, after listening to your podcast, I think that my spouse may be emotionally cheating on me. We do a lot of things as a couple, but there are some things that interest my spouse that I'm not interested in doing. He's often said that I've changed since we've gotten together and I've become somewhat boring. I admit that I've changed because now I'm a mother of 3, a full-time student. I work a full-time job and I have started an online MLM business. So I wouldn't say I'm boring. I probably would say that I'm a bit tired. Even when I'm tired, I still try to do things he likes to do, but I can't do it all. I've noticed lately that he's become a little distant, has had some mood swings, except for when he's returning home from being out with his coworkers. There's this one coworker in particular, there's always one, that he mentions all the time and raves about the things that they discuss. When I ask questions about what they talked about, he seems to shut down our conversation and doesn't want to share anything else. I'm not sure if I'm jealous or if he's actually cheating on me emotionally with his coworker. What should I do? Okay, so we actually gave on our podcast, if you haven't tuned into it, it could be found on iTunes, Spotify, Google
Google
Podcasts,
Pack.
and a number of other channels. And it's you would find it at Faith, Love, and Dreams. But anyway, we gave about 6 or 7 tips on how to know if you're emotionally cheating. Are you crossing the line? Because a lot of times maybe you don't know. What you think? I think they know. But anyway,
What do you mean they know?
back to the question. She wants to know, or she's saying, I'm not sure if I'm jealous or if he's actually cheating on me emotionally with his coworker. What should I do?
It says coworker, so is a coworker a man or a woman? I mean, I assume.
I'm assuming it's
I don't know who it is, so we don't know.
Well, she
But
has children, so
but
I'm thinking
obviously,
well, we don't know if he's cheating with a man or a woman. That's what you're saying. I don't know.
I don't know.
That's weird. But I
Hey,
don't know.
today's society.
There's
But
a lot of things.
but okay. So we're assuming it's a person of the opposite sex since it's your husband, and
Why would we not assume that? But go ahead.
okay, I don't know what to assume. Like I said,
And
sometimes
just
details is missing.
it
But
doesn't matter if details are missing. There, we have to go on what they sent us.
okay, I'm gonna go off what they sent.
Okay.
If he shuts down, that can be somewhat of an indication, or he could shut down because maybe he doesn't understand, because maybe you don't connect on the same level with him about certain things, so he just feels like it's not of your interest, so he doesn't keep sharing it. I mean,
Okay.
if he's into football, y'all don't talk football, and he's talking football with somebody else, and you don't really understand football or care about it, he just, okay, well, let's move on to some other topic
I mean,
that
what you
is
trying
of
to
your
say, Mr.
interest.
Melvin? What you trying to say?
We don't talk football. Well, I don't watch it anymore anyway, but I'm just saying.
What that have to do? Does that mean that he need to be emotionally cheating out here
No one say
in these streets?
we don't know if he's emotionally cheating. He could just be having a friendship connection with a coworker.
So you think she
And
jealous? She said, "I'm not sure if I'm jealous or if he's actually cheating
I
on me
mean, it could be a
emotionally."
little bit of both. It could be maybe he has an emotional connection. He may not even realize it. It could be he doesn't. He just has a really good friend he connects with, and she's feeling a certain way because they don't have that connection anymore, or they don't have the same type of connection. She wants it. Either way, she should just sit down, talk to him, say, "Hey, baby, look here."
Look, I ain't on board with all that. Okay, I'm a break this down for you ladies because clearly my husband is dancing around the subject.
Ain't nobody
Don't let me
dancing
catch you
around.
out here emotionally cheating in these streets, okay?
Ain't nobody
All
emotionally
right.
cheating in these streets.
Or cheating. Just playing. Anyway. I ain't playing. Anyway, I'm gonna go through this question because as women, we like to analyze every little detail to get our, conclusion. So what I see from this question, essentially, first of all, thank you for listening to our podcast. We appreciate it.
Okay, yeah, thank you. We appreciate you listening.
And she's saying that she does say that they do things as a couple. So
So they do
maybe
stuff.
they do things, but he has other interests that she says she's not interested in. And when she's not interested, he's like, "Man, you changed." Y'all know I be improvising like I know these people. So she's like, "I don't want to do that." And he's like, "Man, you changed
So
from
when
when I
you
first
first
got with
started
you."
dating
Yeah.
him, you was interested in what he was interested in because you wanted him. So you got interested into his stuff. But now that you got him, you're no longer interested in the stuff that he used to do. So you changed on him. You switched up on the game.
Okay, this lady says that she have 3 children, a full-time job, she a full-time student, and she working in MLM business. You already know them MLMs be working you. They all about networking, so she probably
You're
tired.
busy, but
She tired, but see, there's a difference between being busy and tired, and him calling her boring because she doesn't want to do what he wants to do, but she do other stuff. What's up with that, huh? Huh? What's up with that? Just
okay.
saying. Okay, I'm gonna bring it back.
You and I do other stuff. Am I boring?
I'm not saying you boring. I'm just we talking about this lady's question. I'm still breaking this down, by the way.
All right.
Don't try to get me off track. So what I'm looking at is she's probably like, okay, I'm trying to do everything. I do go out with him when we do things. She says we do a lot of things as a couple, but there are some things that interest my spouse that I'm not interested in. So see, this is that indication when you do stuff with people, and then the first time you don't want to do something, they won't call you boring. We ain't about to play that. We ain't about to play
How
that.
you know it's the first time?
Boring with these 3 kids then. Boring with these 3 kids since I'm boring.
Okay.
You can find that to do. How about that? Okay. Let me bring it on back. But I guess the part, she probably is a little bit jealous because he's getting to go out with his coworker. She's pretty much busy, wrapped up in everything. But she says that he's always mentioning this particular coworker. And when she said he mentions all the time and raves, okay? So I'm boring, but you walking up in my house raving about some other woman? Nah, bruh. Anyway, that ain't happening. And then when she tried to ask him about it, then he don't want to say nothing. Oh, but you was talking a whole bunch. You was raving all over the place. Raving here, raving there,
Like I
raving
said,
everywhere.
it's perspective.
My perspective is, don't be calling me boring. And then when I am trying to be interested because you talking about some other woman up in my house, that you ain't got nothing to say now.
Coworker.
Rave with these 3 kids.
She said
Rave
other woman.
with
She
them.
said coworker.
Well, I'm assuming.
Exactly.
Well,
That's
if
what I
she's
was
thinking
asking.
that he's emotionally cheating, most of the time when a woman
Okay,
thinks
yeah,
somebody's
it's another
emotionally cheating,
woman.
it's
I
another
got
woman.
you. But here's what I'm trying to say right here. All right. First of all,
Y'all know I be off the chain sometimes.
He may not be emotionally cheating. He may just have a better conversation because he has somebody who has something in common with him, and he's connecting in that manner, but he ain't emotionally connected. He could be having a sit-down conversation about some comic books. I mean, I'm at work. I got coworkers who talk about comic books and X-Men and everything. We sit in a group. Yeah, we a bunch of black geeks, but I'm just saying. We sit there and we talk about superheroes and
But
Black Panther and Wakanda and
but no, this is
all
what I'm
types of
saying.
stuff.
She says
So
that I'm a little bit tired. She said he says
right,
I'm
but those are
boring.
her. She feels he says she's boring,
And she says,
but
I'm a little
she's
bit
not.
tired, but even when I'm tired, I still try to do things he likes.
I
But I
thought she
can't
said she
do it
doesn't.
all. No, it says she do.
She does try.
You're not listening to the question.
Okay, so she's trying,
Pay attention.
but she's busy too a lot, right?
She's busy, but it seems like even in her busyness, she still tries to do stuff. But there are some things that she's just not interested in, and I think that's her right. She doesn't have to
Yeah,
do
I mean, you're not gonna have
every
the
little
same interests.
thing.
Actually, I think it's good for people to have different hobbies, separate hobbies. They get along, absence a little bit makes you come together. But
Okay.
he's gonna have other people to talk to it about, you know.
So, honey, you said, I'm not sure. She says, I'm not sure if I'm jealous or if he's actually cheating on me emotionally with his coworker. What should I do? So, I think that it's time for you to have a sit down conversation with your husband
Real simple.
about how you feel, because those feelings are not going to go away. When I say that you might be a little bit jealous, it may be more so in a sense that you feel like you're still giving when you felt like you gave everything and it's still not being appreciated, or you could be a little bit jealous because you know what, I'm doing all of this and I don't get to I don't have the luxury of doing all of those things that he wants me to do. But it's okay not to be interested in everything that your why are you messing with my phone?
I just tap it so I
Oh,
can still
it's
see.
okay not to be interested in everything that your spouse is interested in. And I think that having a conversation and putting that out on the table and letting them know how you feel, especially if he's called you something and now that's like in your mind subliminally, and
He
it
said
could
you were
be
boring.
it could be something innocent that he's talking about his coworker or he's raving about it, but the fact that he shuts down when you start asking more, is he doing that because he doesn't want you to be jealous about it, or is there something really going on? I don't know, but you know me, I'm all about communication. So sit down and talk about it, and then tell him, rave about these kids, rave about these 3 kids, okay?
Look,
So that's what I would say.
I just say love. Listen, understand, validate. Okay? You gotta listen to each other, understand where the other person's coming to, validate each other's feelings about it, and it may not, you may not feel right,
Yeah.
but then you understand where he's coming from, and then you're like, oh, maybe I am overthinking this or overdoing it.
What y'all
Okay, I
think?
got you,
Y'all
but it
think he's
just
cheating
varies.
emotionally or any
Oh,
other kind of way? I'm just saying. He see that lady doing everything. Give her props. Do some
maybe
stuff
he
by
is. We
yourself.
don't know.
He
See,
not. He calling
y'all
her
need to give us a
boring.
lot more details sometimes because I'm trying to tell you.
What?
I see some different things. Even little details are missing. Some other details are missing.
I'm just going off exactly what the
Exactly.
question said.
And to me, there's some stuff missing all the time.
There's
There's always stuff
always
missing.
something missing
So
because it's one sided.
I
They both
know. I
didn't
want to
write
hear
the
what he got to say.
question.
Brother, if your wife tells you about this, write us. Tell us about
Show
your
him
side.
this video. That's what you do. Say, you know what? I found this couple on YouTube
And
that
I wrote
I
them a
want to
letter.
watch. And no, you don't even have to say you wrote them a letter. Let me tell you how you do it. You just say, I found this couple on YouTube. They're married. They talk about, all things marriage, relationships, stuff like that. I want you to sit down and watch some videos with me. And then
Yeah.
play this one.
And
And
you know
then,
what?
and while you playing it, just look at him while he watching it. Just look at him and see if he gonna have some kind of reaction. See if he gonna see himself in this question.
Play the podcast. Listen
Yeah,
to the
play
podcast.
the pod. Yeah, listen to when you're in a
Listen to
car. Be like,
that
you know what? I
podcast.
started listening to something, and I want to finish, but then started at the beginning. And
Play the Emotional Cheating podcast to see if he feels like he fits in there.
Yeah.
Or maybe he has an aha moment, you know.
Or maybe you're worrying about nothing.
Yeah, you still need to sit down and have a conversation, though. That's the biggest thing is communicating. I think between us, we communicate a lot.
Probably
That's
too
why
much.
we doing a couples couch thing.
We communicate
talk all
too
the
much,
time.
okay?
How do you communicate too much? Don't they say most marriages fail because of the lack of communication?
That's true, but let me tell
So we
y'all.
in this together. We
As
in this
you can
till
see,
death do
he's
us
the
part.
level-headed one
We
sometimes.
into the end.
You know, keeps me on, you know, because I be
She
going,
ride or die. That's
I be
how it's
going,
supposed to be.
First of all, I'm not dying, okay?
Ain't nobody die, but I was saying until death do us part.
Let's.
So we in this together.
But I'm not the person that's dying.
Look, this is the
Let's
CMB.
get
If
that
I go
straight.
down, we all go down.
Nah. That ain't how my mama taught me, okay?
Mama
Anyway.
said you wrong because your mama said she loved me. I'm her son.
Yeah,
So look.
She be jacking for him, but you know.
But yeah, I mean, you got to have a conversation.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
ma'am, here's our take.
I take.
Talk to your husband.
Talk to him.
Have a good conversation.
Communicate.
Listen, understand, validate.
Play the podcast or watch the YouTube video.
Connect with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Have a couple's night. Put the kids, babysitter or something. Sit them to grandmas, uncles, cousin, whoever you need to.
And
Best
let
friend.
him know that him calling you boring has really affected you. Because I feel like
That's a big thing to
that
you.
was a big thing to you when I read this question. Because you're saying, like, I am trying to do everything. And even when I'm tired, I still try to give him more, but it's not as received. So that's because you are playing that he called you boring in your mind. And he said you used to be, like, as in maybe before kids, before all of this other stuff. And, you know,
Actually, get
your
his
life
perspective.
changed,
Say,
yes.
why am I boring? What is it about what we don't do or do that makes me boring to you? How can we
just call him boring
not
back.
have a...
I'm just
She's the queen of get back. She want to get back at you. And make
just
you,
be like, I'm
oh,
boring.
you say this? You are
boring.
too. Yeah, see? So...
No, I'm just kidding.
No, she ain't. So basically, have a talk about it and
Yeah.
figure it out. And you know what? Have that thing where you sit down and you write the good about each other and the bad about each other.
He trying to be all up on the
And
movie tip, but okay.
No, I'm saying you good and bad about each other and you share. And then what is it that made you fall in love with him? Ask him, what is it that made you, I don't say fall in love,
Well,
but
not fall in
choose.
love, but...
Yeah, because I hear fall in love so much from people, but it's not my real vocabulary. My real vocabulary is, what made you choose to love that man?
Well, not just that. He said you know what you used to do. So talk
Yeah,
about
what
what
is
you used
missing?
to do and how you can do some of those things. But the most important thing is to communicate and let him know that you're not going to be interested in everything that he wants to do. And he needs to be okay with that and not use that against
But
you.
you gotta be okay too.
Yeah,
when
you
you're
have to
not
be
interested in
okay
what you're
too.
interested in.
But there's no excuse for him talking about someone and you're trying to get involved in a conversation and he just shut down like, oh, I ain't, you know, whatever. Like that looks suspicious. I'm sorry. It is what it is. So definitely communicate. I think that you'll be okay. Communicate. So thank you guys for watching and
for the
joining
Couples
this
Couch.
episode of the Couples Couch. Thank you guys for watching the Couples Couch. Why you didn't say that with me?
I don't know. Go ahead.
Yes.
Keep it going. Just
All
if
right.
I don't say it, I say it. Keep it
All
going.
right. Well, thank you guys for watching the Couples Couch. We are thankful to have you join us every Friday evening. We upload a video to YouTube on Fridays after dinner time. And we hope to hear from you soon. Remember, keep those questions coming. If you like to remain anonymous, if you like to answer your question on live, let us know. You can inbox me on Facebook or Instagram at Faith, Love, and Dreams. And we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.